Sweeping corners and edges. On Windows, there's a new feature, okay, that we could bring the pointer, see, to the top left corner, okay, just on this corner, see, and it's showing me that I also have the desktop open. So when I close my desktop from here, I'm just gonna right click and click on close. Okay, now when I bring the pointer again, it's telling me that there's my desktop. By just clicking there, it's gonna open the desktop. When I bring my pointer here, it's not showing anything because I don't have any other app open. Now if I bring my pointer see to the top of my window, it's giving me this little hand. If I left click, see I can minimize that window. If I release the left button, it's just gonna reopen. Now if I left click, hold it and drag it to the left hand side, I will snap my desktop into the left hand side of the screen. Now if I want to go back to my start, see I'm just going to swipe my cursor in this lower left corner, click, and I'm back to my desktop. If I bring not my desktop, I'm sorry, my Windows mode, start menu, start window. Okay, now when I bring the pointer up here, it's not showing me again the same application. So I'm going to go back to the desktop. Now that the desktop is open, I'm going back to my Windows mode. When I bring the pointer up here, again it's telling me that the desktop is open. Okay. When we have an application, let me go back to the desktop. If we have an application open, normally on every single application we're gonna have see the X to close that application, which is the most popular method. Now the more correct method is gonna be going to File, and from there going to Exit. Now I'm gonna open the same application. There's gonna be another way to close this. If you guys go into this corner, if we click, it's gonna give us this menu. I can click on close. Okay, I'm gonna open Internet Explorer. I'll bring to my pointer to the left corner. It's not gonna be that option. But if I right click right here into the toolbar, it's gonna give me again that same option to close. Okay, now for now I'm just gonna go ahead and open the Internet Explorer. I'm gonna open Microsoft Office Word. Now I'm gonna bring my pointer down. See, I'm gonna click to go back to start Windows. Now the applications that we just opened, those are into the desktop mode. Normally you guys are gonna have that X to close it, or from the left side we can also close it, or if we right click into the title bar we can also close that. Now gonna go back to the Windows mode. Under the Windows mode, let's say that I'm gonna open an application. In this case, see, I'm gonna go ahead and open the Internet Explorer application. Remember, see, right now I don't have that window. Okay, we don't have the toolbar or the text bar. Now when I right click, see, it's giving me this big screen on which I could open a new tab or use the tab tools. Now from here, there's an X. If I click on it, it's gonna close. But it's just gonna close that website. Okay, the Internet Explorer on Windows mode is still open. Remember that when we use applications on the Windows mode, a lot of times in this case, we are not gonna have the toolbar on top, and we won't see those options to close this application. Okay. Now in this case, Internet Explorer is still open, and the address bar is just gonna be on the lower side of my screen. Now I'm just gonna go back to MSN.com. Okay, and like I said, see, we don't have that X to close it. Now if I bring my pointer into this corner, see, it's telling me that there's another application open on my desktop. So I'm gonna click on that, and see, it's taking me to my Word document. if I swipe my cursor here and I click, and it's going to take me back to the Windows Explorer in the Windows mode. Now, how can I close this window? To close this window, if you guys bring your pointer up here, the little hand is going to appear. If I left click, hold, and I keep dragging it down, okay, I'm just going to keep dragging it down all the way down. When it reaches the bottom of my screen and I release, that application is closed. Okay, remember that those applications are focusing to using the touchscreen, but we could also accomplish that using the mouse. Okay, now let me go ahead and open another application. I'm gonna open the weather. Okay, the weather opens. Okay, and basically it's asking me, okay, if I want to allow to use my location, I'm gonna click on use. And see, and this is just another application into the Windows mode. Now, from here, like I said before, if I want to switch windows, I'm gonna bring my pointer right here. I'm gonna click into that icon. Now I'm into my Word document. Okay, I'm gonna click there again, and I'm back into my weather application on Windows mode. Now, if I wanna exit, I'm gonna use the Windows logo and it's taking me out of there. If I bring my pointer up here, see, there's that application. I could go back, or see into the Windows mode, or I could go back into my Word document, into the desktop mode. Okay, Windows logo. When I click into Windows logo, it's taking me back to the start. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open another application. Okay, in this case, let's say okay. Then I'm gonna open the finance. Okay, and again, as you guys can see, I mean, you guys right away, you guys are gonna notice that we don't have any toolbars. Okay, that we don't have an address bar on the top. Okay, now to switch around, I'll bring my cursor here. There's my Word document. There's I find the weather. I'm gonna bring my pointer. Now I have another window, finance. Okay. Now, if I wanna close this window, I bring this application, this app, into the Windows mode. Okay. Normally, see, if we right click, we're gonna have some other options. Okay. So on this window, when I right click, it's giving me, see, that's day, watch list, news, etc. I'm gonna go ahead and switch into my other app, the weather. When I right click, it's giving me my home, places, and weather in the planet. Some of these applications you guys are gonna have a toolbar. See, in this case, I could change to Celsius, or just refresh the page to be reloaded. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back to my Windows mode, my Windows start. Click on the Windows logo. Okay. Now let's see. I'm gonna open another application. News. Okay. All these applications are into the Windows mode. Now to switch between them, I bring my pointer up here. There's my weather. When I return, yeah, there's the sports and news. When I come back up here, again, and that's my finance. Okay. Now when I move my pointer, see, it's gonna take me back to news. That's the start, etc. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna be, you know, use my pointer, to switch between applications, and that is called swiping. Okay, if I bring my pointer to the right corner, see, there's my charms, and the most important on this video is that we are gonna be closing these applications. When we don't see an option to close, bring your pointer up here, left click, hold it. The window is gonna become smaller. Keep dragging it down all the way down to the bottom of your screen, and that's gonna close. I'm gonna go back to the corner. There's another app open. I'm gonna bring my pointer up here, left click, hold, drag it all the way down, close. I'm gonna come back to the left corner. My weather application is still open. Left click when I see the little hand, left click, hold, drag all the way down, and now it's closed. When I come back here, up here, now I have one application open, but this is into my desktop mode. And from here, it's gonna go to File, Exit. There is another application open, my Internet Explorer, to the desktop mode. Why? Because here's my address bar, here's my search engine, etc. So I'm just gonna go ahead and right click into the title bar and go down to close. Okay, if I bring my pointer into this corner, there's no other applications open. I'm gonna bring it down into this corner and go back to my start menu. That's swiping corners and edges. Thank you.